Dakota land where the skies are wide and the freedom stands, with a Bible in my hand and a prayer in my heart, living this life where the wild plays its part. Dust on my boots and my hat pulled low, got my trusty rifle and I'm ready to go. Hunting the game as the sun hits the sky, in the heart of the 701 I feel so alive. Guns and the 701, that's how we roll. Faith in the good Lord, that's how we hold the line of the legacy that runs through our veins. In this wild, wild land where the spirit remains, we're living free, living bold side by side, with God on our plate and our hearts open wide. Ranch in the fields, the cattle run free, with a purpose so strong, it's our grand legacy. The rivers run deep as we cast out our lines, fish in the waters where the North Star shines. Got the warmth of the sun with the chill of the night, with every shot fired we're ready to fight for the freedom we cherish. The second is true, with family beside us we stand through and through. Guns in the 701, that's how we roll. Faith in the good Lord, that's how we hold the line of the legacy that runs through our veins. In this wild, wild land where the spirit remains, we're living free, living bold side by side, with God on our plate and our hearts open wide. In a world that's spinning with sins that they wield, we stick to our values, our fate is revealed. With the word as our guide, we tread on the earth, a community built from the love, not the curse. Raising our voices, singing loud through the night, for God and our freedom, we'll continue the fight. Let the rifles ring out, let the spirits align, in North Dakota's embrace, our souls intertwine. So when you hear the gunshots and feel that proud sound, know it's faith and freedom that echoes around, from the fields of the ranch to the depths of the lake. With God on our side, there's nothing at stake. Guns and the 71, forever we'll stand in the heart of our faith, in this great free
All right. Are we there, Michael?
I am here. Can you hear me?
I can. I got to click this out here. I had to change my whole setup here, so we should be good.
There you
Well,
are.
we made a brand new song here a while ago. I did, and I was getting dinged like you guys were for copyright crap.
Uh-huh.
And I went and AI generated one. Pretty good, I thought.
Pretty slick. I liked it.
It did what I wanted it to do. So, hey, everybody, good evening. Welcome to everybody. Everyone's still kind of logging in there. Numbers looking good. Twitter, hey, if you're over there, go ahead and share it with everybody. That's how they build a number over there on Twitter. And we cannot see that number here anymore. So I'm monitoring it separately. So go ahead and take a look at that. Share it. put it in your chat messages and your messaging part of X. I'm not that familiar with X, but I know that it's a pretty good outlet for us. I want to start everything like I do every single evening anymore. I do two things now. I say a small prayer, and I also do the Second Amendment. So let's start with a quick prayer. Lord, thank you for just a wonderful week this week. We had pretty good weather. Yes, it's been cold, but nobody is going without food here. There's nobody going out without heat, without shelter in our lives. And we thank you each and every day for those blessings that you have given to us. Everything is yours, Lord, and we should give praise to you for that each and every day. Please let us use it to your will and for your pleasing. Only you know our path, and we are ready to follow. In your name we pray. Amen. All right. Well, Michael.
Yes, sir.
To introduce you, would you like the honor of doing the Second Amendment?
Yes.
Can you read it? I guess there.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I have it mostly memorized anyway.
Yeah.
A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Amen.
Amen. And like the governor always says, he goes, you know, the right of the people, comma. He says the commas are important.
Yeah.
And he's right. I know what he's getting at there, especially in that world of law. Hey, Leon, good to have you on. Leon, of course, got Blackbeard Logic every single Friday night here at 5 o'clock p.m. Mountain Time, 6 p.m. Central. You don't want to miss that. And I have to introduce Mr. Michael Bell. How you doing, Michael?
I'm great. Thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
Oh, my pleasure. And I've been on your program. Me and Jamie both have been on your program many times.
Mainstays.
Yeah, we tried to do it. You know, for a while there, I just couldn't, unfortunately. But we're back on track. I'm usually there every single Monday, usually the first Monday, unless we have to change it. And as you reminded me, I didn't even realize next Monday is the first Monday. So I will see you in studio on Monday morning next week on Dakota Mornings. So appreciate that.
It's my producer, Magic Sam, had to remind me earlier this afternoon. So
okay, yeah, I was like, next week, really, me? Oh, that's right. It's the first Monday of the month. I see January just went, it's gone.
Yeah, and you know, I think a little background on how that came about.
Yeah.
He mentioned previously that you and Jamie had been on Dakota Mornings a number of times. You were my go-to guys, not only for all things Second Amendment, but really all things liberty. And I deeply appreciated it. And I just decided that we always seem to run out of time before we got to, you know, the weighty topical issues of the day. And so I opted, you know, and I'm blessed. I don't have to get approval from anybody. I opted to dedicate an entire show once a month to you and Jamie, and I really appreciate the heaviness with which you guys talk about freedoms, liberty, and that which we enjoy here in the United States.
Yeah, and yeah, that's kind of how we were kind of just on there whenever. But yeah, and you asked, hey, why don't we just do this? Then I think we started out with an hour, and then we're like, let's just do 2 hours.
Yeah, that's exactly how that went.
And you know,
yeah, and I'm really blessed. I don't have to get authorization from anybody, thankfully.
We appreciate it. I mean, think about it. I don't really hear any other radio stations or podcasts locally that focus on Second Amendment. You know, firearms, maybe instruction, that kind. There's hunting shows out there.
Yep.
But there was nothing focused. What's that?
I am not a hunter, but I'm a lifetime member of the NRA. So.
Oh yeah, I have too, and yeah, I'm going to be. And we'll probably carry some of that over on Monday. I know I'm going to be now having a little report about NRA and them versing and suing the NRA Foundation, some of the fallout on that coming up Friday on Todd's show. But that's a pretty short segment, so I know we're gonna probably have to carry that over on Monday because it's kind of interesting, and I know exactly what's going on because I've been there. It's been 10 years, but it seems like it's the same battle we were seeing then. So
sure,
I'm going to tune into that Monday morning for sure, because I think we're going to cover that and probably a few other things I see going on. So yeah, no, we appreciate it. Again, guys, you don't want to miss it every single, well, not every single,
Monday through Friday.
Yeah, Monday through Friday, Dakota Mornings, and we try to be on there. I do it every single Monday, the first one of the month. And yeah, that's next week.
Yeah, you know, just to toot my own horn here, The 9 to 11 segment on KFYR was number 3 in 2021, 2022, 2023. Since I've taken over, it's been number 1 every day since then. So we have the most listeners, the highest market share, and the most revenue generated by a long margin.
Good deal. I mean, I know that there was a lot. Well, as we know, anytime there's a change that takes place, there's always controversy. There's always different things. Oh, look at there. There's one of our from Kick. We're getting, you get the spam everywhere. You know how that goes.
Sure.
I'm going to go and nix them. There we go. They shouldn't be able to comment no more. Anyway, anytime there's change, and Daryl moved over into the afternoon. I think that's been a good fit. To me, KFYR has probably got one of the best, all day talk radio segments around, really, in all honesty.
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't agree more. It's Todd first, and then me, and then Clay and Buck. And then Daryl and Jesse Kelly. I mean, it's a good lineup.
I love Jesse Kelly. I do like that. I don't think I even turned my radio off of 550. I really don't. And especially when I'm out all summer, man, I'm in a tractor how many hours a day. So
sure.
Yeah, it stays on there pretty much all day. But no, so again, thank you. If you guys don't know, this is Michael Bell, and that says, "Oh, it's good to put a face now to the voice." So we appreciate that.
And one of the reasons why I'm grateful that I'm not on television.
Oh, Tom's like, looks like there's 3 people who are watching on Twitter. Yeah, and usually that's a lot more. And I can tell you something has happened over there on X. I don't know if they're, we've got the little blue check mark, but I've noticed that recently that it's like it's being throttled, because we were used to get 100, 200 people watching right there. I noticed the replays are pretty good, but the lives are not getting out there. But I noticed too, they want us to upgrade our subscription. We can't bring the numbers here now and see them live into our third-party restream. Yeah, Elon's looking to charge us a little more. Capitalist at heart, I guess.
Billionaires got a billion.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Here's what I wanted to. So you don't hunt. I think you. Let's say, did you go out with your wife or with your father-in-law yet?
I have not. I've been with actually the chairman of the NRCC, Richard Hudson, took me out some years ago. We had a great time. We drank a lot of corn liquor, a lot of John Barley. We didn't sniff anything, but we had a good time.
Yeah, that'll happen. That'll definitely happen. So if you're watching that video in the intro, that was me and my buddy Johnson hunting ducks out in Montana. That we had a blast out there, literally hunting ducks and geese, and that was probably that was a very fun trip. My boys were too young to go then, so I didn't get to take them on that one. But we spent 4 days out there on that river, built that blind out of whatever was laying around, and we had a good time shooting ducks and geese. And I can tell you, I'm still not a fan of eating ducks and geese, but if you grind them up and put them together and throw them in sticks and sausage, they're fine.
I have a question for you, and I've asked a million people this question. Pheasant. Yes. My wife swears that pheasant is the most god-awful tasting bird you can possibly eat. Jeb Williams, on the other hand, disagrees. Governor Armstrong disagrees. They find it to be, if cooked, prepared properly, they find it to be delicious. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, I love pheasant. Pheasant's the wild chicken. I mean, if you need chicken for something and it's in season, run back out there and get a pheasant. And if you're not in season, well, make your own decision. But anyway, I can tell you that pheasant's great. I mean, it's a nice white meat. If you overcook it, it'll dry out like anything. Okay. It hasn't been cooked right, evidently, for her. I don't know. I mean, I love pheasant. I like grouse too.
Okay.
Most of mine around here do not eat a lot of sage. Yeah, that's another thing. You can take chicken or pheasant, wrap it in bacon. I've even taken it where I've put a little lemon pepper on it and marinated a little bit, threw it on the grill in a pan and cooked it that way with butter. I'll tell you right now, that's pretty good eating.
butter and bacon. You had me at hello.
There you go. Keith said, Keith, good to see you. He said, put pheasant on a smoker. They're awesome. Yes, they are. I've done that too. I don't know. I don't know what she means because I love eating. Eric. Hey, Eric, it's funny you say this. See, this show goes everywhere. This pheasant's an invasive species. I actually brought that up at one of them game and fish district meetings because they were going on about invasive species. I said, well, that's interesting. I said, the state of South Dakota, the South made it their state bird, and you guys protect it and capitalize it, which is fine. I go, but yet you want to kill the other invasive species. I said, how do you do that? Promote one invasive species, but
Right.
they didn't appreciate that.
In the eye of the beholder.
What's that?
In the eye of the beholder.
It most definitely is. Yeah, grouse are delicious. Absolutely, Tom. I love grouse. So you've been out doing a little hunting, and once long time ago.
Yep.
Do you shoot though? If I remember right, you bought yourself a gun.
I do. I did. I bought a Ruger 380. I've shot it a few times. I like to go to the range. I like to be, to keep up with all the newest technologies. You had conversations about silencers and the cans and the world that is. I have not engaged in that yet. But one of the things that I spent 22 years in Washington, D.C. I had a gun with me, in my house at all times.
Yes.
Even though it was a felony. But more importantly, when I moved back to Southern California, I noticed that a lot of my nieces and nephews were intimidated. My brothers and sisters were largely intimidated by firearms, and so I made it a point for Christmas and then for their birthdays, I'd get them a gift card to the shooting range, which served two purposes. Number one, it demystified and took away the stigma of shooting, but it also gave me an opportunity to spend some time with them. So.
Yeah. Speaking of being intimidating, oh my God, we just had this. We had a church voters meeting last week, and in other new business that came up about carrying within our church, which is completely legal in South Dakota. They would prefer it be concealed. We had a few people that carried open, which bothered me none. And we had this whole debate about Second Amendment. And you know what? To me, I'm like, well, I don't even understand the problem. Somebody basically made the comment that others members had said. So I asked, what members? They wouldn't give me names. I said, because I hear nothing but good things. I really don't. I've had many people come up to me in our church and tell us, hey, we feel pretty safe here. And they should. But we did actually kind of discuss it in depth, and basically what we decided to do with that, we wouldn't take any motions from the floor on it. That's our right as Robert's Rules of Order dictate to the chairman, and just visited with them and give them a choice. And it sounded like to keeping brotherhood with your church family, they're just going to carry concealed, and it's not an issue now.
Yeah.
So we handled that. I thought, there was disagreement there, and we were able to figure that one out. I would hope so in a church, right?
Yeah. Well, and you can't get the right resolution, which is, to make in a house of worship, you want to make everybody as comfortable as possible. And while, we have rights, respecting your neighbors is paramount.
Yeah. And I have no problem with an open carry. I've open carried myself, but I always carry concealed. That's not even an issue. But like I said, in the spirit of being, and I can imagine who the people were. We do have some older people there, but it just kind of proves how it used to be common that people carried all the time. And as time went on, all of a sudden people have got this narrative that if you're carrying a gun, are you dangerous? Oh, what are you going to do? Well, I'm openly carrying it. I'm pretty sure I'm not the guy you need to worry about.
That's the point.
Yeah.
When I lived in Northern Virginia, he would go grocery shopping for his family, and he'd open carry. He worked at the NRA, and he did a lot of analysis, and he had a lot of folks in Northern Virginia who would start coming down the aisle he was on, see his gun, and turn around and go to a different aisle. I got to be honest with you. If people are open carrying, I'm going to be close to them, because if I'm not, then that's the safe place to be.
Well, I've been asked many times, when do you open carry and when you don't? I go, kind of just what mood I'm in. But in all honesty, I've always got some kind of concealed carry firearm probably on my person. Might be my little 22 mag. It might be something bigger. No one knows. As far as open carried, it kind of depended on where I was going and the message I wanted to say to the group of people that may be there. And yes, a lot of times when I open carried my 1911, which by the way is a really heavy gun, but I can tell you right now, it makes a statement. And if I was going into a certain area, that's the gun I carried. And it was my flashy one. Remember when I always call my pimp gun because it's so flashy and got the gold on it? That was for a reason. I wanted it noticed.
Yeah.
And generally, I would say most people that decide to open carry, it's because they wanted to be noticed that day for whatever reason. Not because they wanted to intimidate. They just wanted everyone to be aware that, don't mess around here.
Well, I do a lot. I have a lot of segments with Sheriff Kelly Lieben, his Sergeant Elliot Carvel, who is running to replace Kelly. Mm-hmm. I was pulling up at the same time that Sergeant Carvel was pulling up, and he was putting his piece in his back car. And I was like, we have a no guns allowed in the studio. I was like, but you're clearly an exemption to that. He's like, nah, I just don't want to make anybody uncomfortable. He's like, I got other things I can take care of any situations that come up.
I allegedly probably have carried in that studio many times.
Yeah,
but
I don't hurt it.
So I'll tell you what, I don't do this very often, but we got someone's going to join us here. So why don't we take a quick break? And, I still got to pay bills too once in a while.
Yeah, I understand what that's like.
And then we're going to bring someone back that we haven't seen here for a while. So we'll be right back again with Michael Bell, and we will be joined by another guest here right after the break. Stay tuned. And thanks again for powering this Lauer Auto Repair. They've been with us from the beginning. You want to get down there to 309 South Washington and hit up Axe, and them guys will get you tuned up just right. See you right now, right back here after this break.
Lauer Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota. Give them a call at 701-258-6308. The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308. 701-258-6308. Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
When you want it done right,
go where lemons go.
Kalon's Auto Service, owned and operated by Kalon and Misty Foss, lifelong locals with over 25 years experience. From modern rides to...
Oh, well, that's interesting.
It is.
Sometimes this thing glitches out. I didn't touch anything I didn't think, but all right, we'll get back to the other sponsors on the next one. So, hey, at least it isn't live radio, right, Michael?
Yeah, that's a
Oh, so guys, look who's back.
Hey, what's up?
Mr. JB Brett, 701 Nation. So I think this should clear it up, shouldn't it, Jamie? We're not mad at each other.
right.
Yeah. I don't know where everybody was getting that from, man.
No.
You know how many calls I got and texts from people I got like, hey, are Jamie and Clay mad at each other? I'm like, no.
Absolutely not. Hey, matter of fact, what mug do I got right here?
There you go. And I'm actually, you and I got to talk, Jamie, because I think you need a little technical advice, right?
Yeah. Michael's got the GAT 701.
These are tough too. I mean, this thing is beat up and dented. So Horton LaserCraft does a hell of a job, and they're one of our great sponsors. So.
This is one of the first times this has ever left my man cave. So
there you go. I don't, and they keep water cold, and they keep warm. I mean, anything warm. This goes everywhere with me.
Yeah, I drink out of the green one every day, man. That's my go-to water mug. This one here, this ain't no water mug. I can promise you that. Hey, Paul, what's up, buddy?
Paul, good to see you. Paul's going to be going down to Stock Show with us next weekend, so looking forward to that. That's my little winter getaway, so I don't miss that ever.
Paul was in the Kyle Rifle Steel Challenge with us, so.
Yeah, I was watching that. You guys, that was a good time.
Yeah, he's
been up there.
He's a YouTube famous now, shooting the 50 cal with a massive ricochet.
Yeah. That'll do that to you, won't it?
Yeah. Well,
it wasn't no beaver video that did like almost 1 million views.
No, the proper beaver burial is probably be untouched for my lifetime.
Yeah, that was, but it helped us go. Hey, Kelly, his open carry changes people's attitude without any words said. That's right. That's Kelly Chase over there. He's over in that Valley City area. A good friend here. He's one of the guys that took one of them nice bucks off my place. So, just if you're wondering, that's how I know him. And so I do let people hunt.
So yeah, good seeing you. Good talking to you again, Michael. Michael and I text quite a bit actually during the.
And one of the things I love is that I sometimes mask. I just from a listener. I got a text from a listener. It's almost always you. Always a good point.
Love it. Thank you. Love it.
Yeah.
Good show, man. I love listening and participating that way. So, and then Michael's invited me on. I jumped on a few times with you and Clay there. Was that a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, I think it was a couple weeks ago. Yeah, absolutely. It's like I said, we're not mad at each other. In fact, I plan to go pheasant hunting next year, and hopefully no more
absolutely.
I mean, that was why we could make it this year.
You give Mike that. You shoot shotgun yet with your shoulder, Michael, or not?
I have not.
Well, by October, you ought to be healed up, and our farm's not too far from you.
It's been a couple of years, but I'm itching to get back on.
Yeah, well, you had get in the pickup or the car and head 14 miles west there on 200, and then a couple miles north, and you'll be right where you need to be.
This is why I married my wife. I went to my in-laws ranch for the first time. This was some years ago. My father-in-law and my mother-in-law have about 30 rifles and shotguns just stacked in various places through the house. I looked at him and I was like, "This
beautiful."
And he's like, every one of them is loaded and ready to roll.
That's right. They're not just, they aren't loaded. I mean, that's
then when I moved, that's when I got married. I moved into the house and there's like 4 rifles in various closets. I was like, this is like, I freaking love this.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people are uncomfortable with that, man. If I see that, I'm like, hey, what kind of rifle is that? Can I see that? I don't.
Yeah. Exactly.
I've always been that way. Even like a lot of people say they're scared of, when I see cops in schools, and I mean, even when I was in high school and I wasn't a gun nut like I am now, but I was like, God, I wonder what kind of pistol he's got. I usually had revolvers back then.
Sure.
Or, but I was always curious when I'd see law enforcement, a sheriff or whatever, or what kind of gun they had. And, pull somebody over with my grandparents hunting with them, or my dad or my uncles, and somebody'd have a gun. I was always eyeballing what kind of rifle or shotgun they had too. I love them. People are scared of them. I don't understand that.
So Keith O'Donnell, he chimed in. He says, "Sounds like my dad's place." Oh, that's no kidding. He lives just south of me here in Morristown. Trust me. Yeah, he's got a few. I don't have any. I don't even know.
No, not at all.
Well, what did Kelly Armstrong tell us one time? He owns a part of about 12,000 guns.
Man, I used to have quite a few more, and I'd open my safes up all the time, and I just don't shoot these, man. And not that I don't. I still have. Honestly, I couldn't give you an accurate count. Somewhere between 10 and 20, probably. But I mean, there's one that I shoot most often than anything else, and which I actually bought a new can for it today. So
I just ordered 2 new cans too. I mean, there's no $200 tax stamp, man. I got them through our sponsor, Little Angry Man Arms. So now I'm going to have to go through the headache to bring them in North Dakota to an FFL dealer up here. But see how dedicated I am to support my sponsor.
Well, coincidentally, my favorite rifle I bought at Little Angry Man. It's a Gen 1 Ruger Predator.
John does a great job down there.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, we lost.
Sorry, Michael, I missed you. What'd you say?
Yeah. Oh, what happened here?
Did you hit your mute?
He's not muted. We lost your audio, Michael. It must be something on his phone. It's not muted here. Uh-oh. Michael, if you can hear us, go ahead and click out and see if you can click back in. Maybe it'll reset. I don't know, unless you can see it on your machine there. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Anyway,
wow, I got a lot clearer when two people did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my favorite hat back today.
I see that.
It was the logo got screwed up on it. Look,
Yeah.
we
Can we hear you?
there we go.
Yeah. Can you
You're
hear me?
back. Yes. I don't know
Oh,
what
sweet.
happened.
Boy, me without a microphone, that's dangerous.
Yeah.
You know, some people were probably clapping.
Yeah, right. Get Bell off.
So, hey, I don't know if you've been watching, but or see the comments, Michael, but you do have fans here. So,
No, I can't see the comments. It's a little too
yeah,
long.
there were several here. That
There you
yep, I
go.
know.
There
Look,
we go.
yeah.
Hey, there you go.
See him now.
So yeah,
All right.
so you know, we were talking pretty much concealed carry guns, and I carry different ones. I know
Hey,
Jamie.
before we get there, Leon posted
Brent?
up. I would love to meet that gentleman.
Leon, we could make that happen probably.
Yeah. Leon would probably be more than happy to come on your show, actually.
I
Yeah,
have no doubt.
I would love that. If he wants to join you on Monday, that would be great.
Leon, you heard it. There's the invite. If you want, if you can on Monday, there you go, man.
Why would you say no to the #1 show in the upper Midwest, right, Michael?
Yeah, in the state.
And on one of the biggest radio stations in
The
the
terrestrial reach of KFYR is staggering.
The 300 Win Mag of radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Oh, there you go. Leon says, "Let's do it." Sounds good. So that will be at 9:00 a.m. Central Time, Leon. So there you go. I'll be up, and I'm going to be in studio. I just always come up to do that one.
Yep, Leon, you want to come in the studio? You want to call in? Either is fine.
Yeah. Leon, drive over from your bunker. You should come west. We like you over west.
We're self-employed, man. He can do what he wants.
I think I have an IT question. You need to come over here. Now you can deduct the trip.
So I heard you guys talking about pistols. You got a Ruger 380 security, right, Michael?
I do.
Yeah, I got the same thing you got. Then it's right next to me here. So
Yours a 9, right, Jamie?
I have it
No.
in my bedroom in my Armstrong for Governor ammo can.
There you go.
I went down to this 380 from my 9s for the smaller frame because of the wrist issue there. I still have my full size 9, and when I carry every day, it's the Ruger LCP semi-auto 22 rimfire.
Leon says he'll be here in a bit.
And yeah, which if anybody didn't see it, Axe and I actually tested the short, like the 3-inch barrels in the gel at 7 yards. It blew in there 10.5 inches, and that CCI opened up perfectly. Trust me, you don't want that thing going inside you.
No.
And if one doesn't work, I got 10 more in the mag because I got one in the pipe.
There you go. You got her set. Oh, you
Is it a pipe on a 22 though? It's more like I got one in the straw.
in the straw. Still illegal in California though.
But, yeah. So do either of you guys know this? But so in Minnesota, is it illegal in that state to carry at a political protest? I never did look into that.
So my understanding is that a carry conceal license allows you to carry anywhere under any circumstances. However, you have to have photo ID on you at all times when you're either carry conceal or open carry.
Which he did not.
No.
Which he did not.
Which
is
yeah.
something I brought up. That I find to be the most dangerous is that, you know, he remembered two extra magazines. I don't know a two-way supporter who isn't adamant about carrying ID with them all the time.
Yeah, I do. I mean, when I'm on the farm, I don't give a crap. But when I'm out,
when you're on your property, it doesn't matter.
I guess
Right.
I don't around here, but when I'm out and about, well, generally I drove there, so I can have it anyway. So it's always on.
I find that most bothersome.
so you guys saw the video that came out a couple hours ago of him the previous week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, where he was
Not gonna wait on-
agitating him.
Yeah, agitated shit. He kicked the goddamn tail light out of the
Yep.
taxpayer-funded vehicle.
Yep. Public destruction of public.
Well, he
property
spit on him
with that.
First, he spit on him. The damn window, I think, was open. He spit on him through the window.
Here's what
My
I find
concept
interesting.
from the beginning has always been that this was suicide by cop.
It could have been. All I know is what I learned that about Minnesota and being able to carry. Their carry law is actually better than North Dakota's when it comes to public gathering. That's
Really?
Yes.
Really?
When it comes
You can't. You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to carry at a public gathering in North Dakota.
See, Tim Walls is pro gun.
Yeah.
just needs to figure out how to use it now.
And we've always talked we need to change the way that that's worded in North Dakota, but we've made a lot of strides over the past few years, and the wheels of bureaucracy move very, very slow. And and I understand that. So that maybe this next session we can do something.
So
I know that there's a prohibition from carrying in the legislative chamber, and I know probably 10 of them off the top of my head, legislators who conceal carry.
Yeah, I can probably name that many too.
I'm grateful for that. I'm
glad they do that, and well, I know the governor's office has some self-defense freedom rods in there.
So, real quick, One Shot Cap asks, "How do you guys like your 380?" Cap, I love mine. If you missed it, I think early summer there, Dougie and I did a video with mine, and I've let women and 7th, 8th grade boys shoot mine. They were right on the beans with that thing too. Got a little I
love the weight, the balance. Yeah. The balance is just it can't be beat for my money.
And the same thing goes for this for the 380 out of the Ruger, out of this size barrel. Axe and I tested that. We were at 10 yards, I think. And through, because if you go through G material, them hollow points don't open. Complete bullshit. We blasted them through there, and them babies penetrated 10, 11 inches. So yeah.
JD, I understood every word you said, and I'm still trying to put it all together.
Once I get rolling on shit like that, man, it's
and Jamie's very, very good at that. I was always the legislative and seeing what's going on, the legal stuff. Jamie's got way more knowledge of that. But I can tell you this: when David starts doing his show, I'm telling you right now, you're gonna love his. You're gonna actually probably have to look up some of the things. I told him he's got to tone down a little bit for somebody, but he's gonna have some great information when he comes on.
If people think I nerd out on shit,
I'm telling you, David has a wealth of knowledge. Now he's actually got starting to machine his own guns.
Yeah,
and, that's gonna be called 701 Marksman, and you're not gonna want to miss that. That's gonna be a great program every month. So
so you guys, you notice. I don't know if you guys notice this, but I've been noticing it here since Trump came out and said you can't carry at these, and Kash Patel and Kristi Noem said it, and I can't remember one of the other people in Bissett about carrying there. Now Trump, to even on some people to the right, like Trump, see, I knew it. He's anti-gun. He's coming. I got trolling leftist turds on social media telling me that Trump's coming to take my guns, TikTok MFer and all this crap. And New York actually, I before I came on, I was going to bring this to the game with you, but I spaced it out. New York actually voted down some gun control today, and I'm like, we are in freaking bizarro world.
They did.
Wow, I haven't even been.
Yeah, do you know which one that was, Michael?
I don't, but I know that there was, since Mamdani became mayor of New York City, which is the population center point of New York, of course. But there is a massive difference between New York City and upstate New York. And the personalities and the character reflects that dramatically, and they seem to be having some success, and they've gained some momentum in some realistic common sense gun possession types of situations.
So Trump's never really, like Clay and I talked about this before somewhat. Trump's not a freaking gun guy. Trump's not like me and Clay. He's Michael. He's not like you. You're not as big of a gun nut as me and Clay. Probably you're a big Second Amendment advocate, but I'm just saying like a gun nerd, or like Governor Armstrong. Trump supports the Second Amendment, but he isn't like us, right? When Trump comes out and says you can't take a gun there, you can't have it. Even like I watch some pro-gun live streamers on YouTube, and they're like, "See, he said you can't have guns." I'm like, how are you guys reading this shit into? Right? I mean, they can't even. They're like they sound like liberals, really leftists. They're not in the real world, man.
Well, there's a paranoia, and it's a well-founded paranoia.
Right, I agree.
Anybody from the government's going to come take your guns, and we've lived under that for 30 years now, and starting with the Senate in 1992, and then the 94 the crime bill. We've lived with that for so long that it's a reflex now.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I was just kind of looking, guys, to see what I could find on that. Do you know what it was, Jamie? Because
no, I just saw a flash at one of the gun sites that you and I get stuff from, Clayton. I seen it on. So Leon's wondering about the web meat bite on that 380. Nothing, man.
Nothing.
I mean, in the back of this Ruger's got some stippling, not real bitey, but this thing feels great in your hand. Leon, when you're back, let me know. You can shoot the hell out of this thing.
Yeah, you can shoot mine too. I'll bring mine out.
Yeah, double fist it. We'll do a double.
Yeah, there you go.
Dan Hager, he says, I've been fighting with people over on Rob Pork's page.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I can imagine. He's there. Everybody's on that page. I'm not actually on there much, but
well, that's where one of them came from. I know you just had Try Hard Tack Hammer on Michael, and Rob had him on there, and I mentioned how he's going to feel about getting his beans stomped in November, and then a couple that triggered some leftists.
I had Trigby on in 2024, though he didn't remember that. But
what?
Anybody who puts their name on a ballot is welcome to come on Dakota Mornings.
Yeah. Clay and I have said that on here.
We've always had that.
I have nothing but a deep and abiding respect for people who put their name on a ballot, and they get an opportunity to come on and talk about what they're for and their priorities. And I'm gonna stick to that. I'm a campaign guy going back. I've worked 2 national campaigns. I've worked 30, 40 statewide and congressional campaigns, and I want to give anybody and everybody the opportunity to sink or fail according to what their priorities are.
Oh, and we've done the same thing here. I mean, how many times do we invite anybody and anyone that wanted to come on here? Now,
I think we've actually threw it out there at one point, right? Clay to Porthole and Tracy Potter, who I can say what he said on here, but I think I did once. But there's a lot of
you got a great screenshot.
Yeah, I got a great screenshot that's never going away.
You can say
some mean things to you.
He said he didn't like what I said. I told him he's a phony and he's not really what he says he acts like he's an independent. He's always been endorsed by Democrats, and he is a leftist. And he said, you're an idiot and asshole, Jamie, so go fuck yourself. And I said, you can go fuck yourself too.
And that is how the conversation went.
And you still can, Tracy.
I've seen video of that.
And that's what we're dealing with in some of these people. I don't know if you're going to run for office, don't get hurt, don't get butt hurt, because you're going to have to take it.
Yeah,
well, it's not personal; it's business.
Yeah, there you go. I love that movie.
Fundamental, it's not personal.
Or like,
it really isn't.
Alfred Justice is Richie Modano. It's personal business.
Personal business.
Okay.
Leon's gonna stay off the Fat Boys page, brother.
Yeah.
I've
had Rob on a couple of times. I've been on his podcast a couple of times, in fact, one of them, my wife and I both guest hosted his podcast, and we've never been invited back since because we talked about the importance of what President Trump was trying to do.
Yeah, I bet you weren't invited back.
No. And I feel bad because, I feel like I dragged her down with me. But
it's just what torques me off. And you and I were talking about this before we come on tonight, that there can be disagreement without hate, right?
Yeah, amen.
I mean, you don't have to hate each other over it. But I can tell you right now.
I mean, I do, but.
Well, from being in the arena, though, as long as I've been, too.
Because you're a knuckle dragger, JD.
We're knuckle draggers. But
yeah, but
the other side is rabid. Okay.
Oh, unhinged.
It's gotten worse. And I don't have hate for them, but I sure dislike them.
Hey, guys, I gotta interject here. It hasn't gotten worse. It has always been there. I spent a long time in Washington fighting the good fight. It has always been there. It is now just they just now have a bigger platform.
It's just becoming public now.
Well, if you look back, look at like everybody thought, was it Tip O'Neill and Reagan? They thought they were good buddies.
They were.
They weren't. Yeah. If you actually look back, I think Rush Limbaugh went through some stuff at one time. What O'Neill was saying about Reagan, and I'm like, God, how can he sit down and have dinner with this guy? Saying there's, it was like Michael said, it was there, man. It's just there's a platform out now to do it, right?
Well, and I go back to the story. One of my first couple of years in Washington, Bob Livingston was the chairman of the House Appropriations Committee. Maxine Waters was, and there was a discussion.
If they pumping gasoline, get in their face.
They would go up and they would trash each other, and they would characterize each other as negatively as they could, and then they go back and they'd sit down and they'd share. They were sharing pictures. I was watching from the gallery. They're sharing pictures of their grandkids having a grand old time, and then one of them would get up and trash the other side, and so this is kind of like how it's supposed to be. This is what I learned it was supposed to be. It's not personal, it's business.
Well, I think we had statesmen then. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I think we have a lot of statesmen now.
We do, but in today's world where it's a 5-second, everybody's got a camera, can put it and post it, boom, we're seeing a lot of the bad stuff probably more than what we used to see.
And I take a little bit different take on that. I really like the ubiquity of social media and the immediacy of social media because it's leveled the playing field. And I say on the show all the time that keep leaving comments, keep putting comments out there. I read them like the comics. I read them like the funny papers because I enjoy it. I enjoy the back and forth, and I really, really get a kick out of that. It's the first thing I read when somebody posts something somewhat controversial. I don't even read the entire post. I go right to the comments.
So I'm going to put one up here from Dan Brown.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you to put that back up.
I really do have a lot of
Michael, I kind of sent you a text about this when you had him on, but go ahead, Clay.
He said that Hammer needs to be asked how he can reconcile his military oath to protect and defend the U.S. Constitution, and then his party's attack on the Second Amendment.
Don't support it now.
And that's a fair statement because
not just a second.
Yeah, not just a Second Amendment, but when it comes to the Second, Democrat Party is not pro-Second Amendment. They are anti-Second Amendment, and it's clear in their platform. So yeah,
party platform, the federal party platform.
This is a bigger issue than just the Second Amendment.
It is.
Where I want to go in a continue conversation with Trigby, and I hope to have this a continuing conversation as the campaign moves forward, is how is he separating himself and distancing himself from his national party? I understand that they want to keep if they were to get the North Dakota at-large seat, they'd want to keep it. I get that. I know how that works. But how is he able to not only distance himself, but more importantly, affect his party and the national party and their ignorance, not only of North Dakota, but their ignorance of producers writ large?
Well, Michael, he told you he worked on a rig, right? I mean, how can and I know some people in Beulah who are loathsome people that work out in what freaking Dakota Gas and in the coal mines, and I say loathsome because they're leftists, and they work out there making a damn good wage off of something they vote their party to freaking take away, and I can't. There's no freaking way I could reconcile that in my mind.
Amen.
And I think Trigby's doing that on a bunch of shit he talked to you about.
Yep.
Well, when I hit his website, it's so vague.
It is vague, Clay. It is Clay. So he could come on and say, "Hey, man, I own an AR-15. I don't give a shit. Thus 3 people you voted for president, Trigby, wanted to ban the damn things." Oh, they always say that. It wasn't for their lack of trying. They couldn't get enough votes.
Owning a firearm.
This goes to the bigger question of, President Trump and Vice President Harris. There was an election in 2024, and President Trump got nearly 70% of the vote in North Dakota. And had the people who voted for Vice President Harris had their way and she had won, it would have destroyed not only electricity production in North Dakota and 7 states. It would also have destroyed agriculture as produced in North Dakota, which were the top of the heap.
And oil.
So oil, gas, coal, I mean, all of it, it would have destroyed it all. Yeah. And so I can't look myself in the mirror and say, I'm going to support someone who is seeking to destroy that which North Dakota produces at the highest levels in the world.
Well, you take a look at a guy like him, if he got in there. So we just seen that we finalized pulling out of the Paris Accords, the Paris Climate Accord, which is a good thing, right? Yeah. A guy like him would be all on board with that. He definitely would, and does not reflect
and,
North Dakota.
you know,
values.
when you're talking about the Paris Accords, I can never take a green stance that has that characterizes and has China as a developing country. You know, I can't take it seriously. It can't be taken seriously on the world stage when you have China as characterized as a developing country needing financial resources from producing countries.
Well, absolutely. I mean, you know what? China is the way it is because of our capitalism. We consume.
I mean, that is true.
And that's exactly what happened. They shifted all the manufacturing there, brought it all back here, you know, shipped goods here, and we became consumers rather than doers and makers. And it built their economy. Because communism don't work.
No, it's failed.
It's failed every time it's tried.
And capitalism has succeeded every time it's
absolutely
tried. Capitalism is undefeated.
It may not be perfect, but it is the most. It is the best.
It's the greatest economic system in the history of the world.
Man, absolutely, absolutely. So, tell you what, we're going to go on to it. We're going to just run right into a break.
This is the big one here, Clay?
Well, it was supposed to be the big one the first time, and it crashed on me. So, yes, it's supposed to be the big one. You should be able to go and,
hey, JD, it was operator error.
Error.
Watch that trigger, Clay. More trigger discipline.
All right. This is one where you can run away and take a real break, fill your beverage, and come back, and we'll continue this.
54-year-old prostate, my friend.
Lauer Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308.
701-258-6308.
Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
When you want it done right,
Go where lemons go.
Kalon's Auto Service, owned and operated by Kalon and Misty Foss, lifelong locals with over 25 years experience. From modern rides to classic restorations, they can handle it all. Top quality work, fair price, and honest hometown values. Located just one block south of Highway 12 on 6th Avenue West in Lemmon. Kalon's Auto Service, serving you with all your auto repair needs.
For the best gun gear for every and any situation, Little Angry Man Arms LLC has you covered. Top-notch guns from top-name brands like Winchester, Glock, Sig Sauer, and Ruger to essential extras from Magpul's, Streamlight, Hollow, Sun Optics, and more. Little Angry Man Arms LLC have everything to make your shooting adventures a success. Visit littleangrymanarms.com today and gear up for your next big hunt, competition, or home defense. Don't miss out on our exclusive deals. Little Angry Man Arms LLC, based in Trail City, South Dakota, your ultimate hunting partner.
At Horton LaserCraft, we believe in the power of personalization. Whether it's a cherished memory, a special occasion, or a unique gift, our custom laser engraving brings your vision to life. Our expert craftsmen and state-of-the-art technology ensure every piece is a work of art. From personalized decor to one-of-a-kind keepsakes, Horton LaserCraft makes every moment unforgettable. Horton LaserCraft is owned and operated by a local veteran and his wife located near Thunderhawk, South Dakota. They provide custom laser products at a reasonable price, and their turnaround time is fast and efficient.
Custom board cutting, glassware, decanter sets, mugs, assorted stainless steel jewelry, assorted tags, decor, custom acrylic nightlights, and much, much more.
Call them up at 605-545-7535. Horton LaserCraft, where memories are engraved.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Guns of the 701 Network. And by the way, don't forget, Friday morning, Mitchell in the morning, 7:15 Mountain, 8:15 Central. I join Todd Mitchell for another great segment there, as I do every single Friday. And then Leon Francis follows up. Same place, right here, guys. In the evening, 5 o'clock Mountain, 6 o'clock Central. Don't want to miss Blackbeard Logic. And I can imagine, I think Leon's going to have some things to say this Friday. So you're not gonna
yeah. And don't forget, if you're watching, I know we got more than we got likes on them platforms. I just checked. Hit that like button. I know even if you're back here every week, make sure you hit that like button.
Hit the like, subscribe, and you can, if you see right. Let's see, I got to go the opposite way, right? Over there.
That's right.
GAT701 subscribe QR link. And thanks to everyone who's been doing that, because that helps make these things fly. So go over there and hit it. And we don't have to go through any third parties. It just drops right into us now, and you're supporting us directly. So go over there and hit that thing. All right. Well, Michael, I want to kind of go back. I didn't get a chance to ask you and talk about this. So Michael comes from California. That's where you were last, right?
Yeah, I was born and raised in Southern California. And then I spent about 22 years in Washington, D.C. I moved back to Southern California, and then I met a girl from North Dakota and threw my dog in the car and moved to North Dakota.
There you go. And the reason I bring that up is because I can remember when we met, you didn't really know anything about guns, and I think being around me and Jamie, that helped. You learned quite a few. You've actually purchased your own concealed protection firearm.
Yeah.
And I think I would have to say your knowledge of the Second Amendment has just been, I don't think we have to worry about you, right?
No.
Yeah, I don't think we had to. Michael's pretty buffed up on the 2A. We'll say that.
And, and that's why I bring that up, because I can tell you right now, when we first came on your show, I think we told you that, boy, we kind of took some lashings, didn't we, Jamie?
Yeah, we did. Unfounded.
And yeah, well, there was no reason for it. There really wasn't. And I just wanted to
I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a sector of people out there who do not like Dakota Mornings.
That's what I hear.
Oh, hey, Leon says a North Dakota girl got him too. So you guys have something to talk about Monday.
Right. From North Carolina or South Carolina, Leon? I don't remember. Where was it?
Leon? Nah, he went to Kansas, Missouri. I think he met her.
Okay, maybe that's where it was. That's what happens in North Dakota. Girls go out there and then they reel in these guys and bring them out.
Yep.
Exactly right. But I mean, just to give you a little bit more background.
Yeah.
I did some work early in my career in Washington with the NRA. I did some work later in my career with the NRA. I been to headquarters, been to the shooting range. I actually had a couple of dates.
I love that shooting range,
which was delightful. And my feeling on the Second Amendment has been consistent for about 40 years.
Yep.
I don't see any reason to waver from it.
No.
I've read the Federalist Papers a dozen times, and I love updating myself as I, every 4 years or so, I try to reread them. And, they're pretty clear in the Federalist Papers about what the intention was of the Second Amendment. It wasn't for a militia. It was to.
Hold on, I'm a militia sergeant here. Yeah, it was.
What's that?
I said, hold on a minute. I'm a militia sergeant here. Yes, it was.
It's pretty clear when you're reading through the history of it that it was to keep the government off the back and the only way to keep the government off the back of the people. And if you see failed socialist states, Venezuela, for example, one of the first things they do is they go for the guns.
So, Michael, what would you tell the lefties there in Minneapolis who say, we are keeping the tyrannical government off? That's why we're pro-Second Amendment now.
Yeah,
now.
I mean, what would you say to them? Because they just scream at you that would a tyrant let them even have a voice on social media, or would he cut it off like the Chinese do?
No, I think that the screaming and the yelling and the it comes from fear. And the Second Amendment has proven very clearly that gun owners and those who possess guns are some of the most responsible human beings on the planet, and they always have been, and they always will be. It's it's akin to the story of the person who does not want to go to war the most are the generals. The generals
Right.
are the last people who want to go to war because they've seen it and they know what happens.
Well, and like you said, gun owners are the most responsible people. They really are.
Yeah.
And they always come after us, though. It's just, I'm always amazed when I run into the other side, and they think we're the problem. And when you give them lots of facts, they don't want to hear facts. It isn't going to do any good to give them facts because they're not listening. They have it in their mind, and like I said, they yell, they scream you down. Some don't, a lot do. We're not the problem. If we were the problem, liberals wouldn't exist.
Well,
I mean, it's that
Right.
simple.
Well,
If
one of
we
the
truly were the people they said we are, or if Trump is who they say he is, a Nazi,
Yeah.
did they realize there wouldn't be nobody left on the Minnesota streets because they would have been disappeared?
That's just
by now.
going. Oh, that's where it's headed, Clay. That's where it's headed if we don't take the midterms.
President Trump being characterized as a Nazi, maybe the only Nazi who has ever gotten 4 standing ovations in Bailey Nesset.
Yeah, and not only that, he's the only Nazi who they tried to kill twice, and he didn't take revenge on him.
But I want to get back to you a second about the formational stuff, and that is, America's First Freedom, the NRA's magazine publication. Reading
Love
it
that one. Which, by the way, you're going to be able to get it digitally now. But
yeah,
I already did.
and I love to read the section on those who defended their liberty, their safety, their freedoms.
Happy ending Chronicle.
And I freaking love that. It's what I go to first. It's what I read extensively, and I love hearing those stories.
yeah, that's it, and that's what it's about. The armed citizen.
And I hope to God I'm never in that situation, but there's a part of me that kind of wants to make that.
So I've been fortunate. I've told this story many times. I've only had to draw my self-defense firearm. It actually used to be 2, but it's been 3 times now, but I've never had to fire it. It's you're making a decision, a split second, that you are being threatened enough that you may have to use it. Don't pull it unless you have the intent. And trust me, you have to come to that very quickly that you will use it. And
Yeah, my dad, 21 years in
buddy.
the Army, taught me, my brother and sisters, to shoot at a very, very young age. And what he said was, only point it at another human being if you are okay with killing them, because
That's right.
that's the whole point of drawing a weapon on another human being.
Yeah.
And that is a lesson that I've taken very seriously throughout my entire life.
It's the truth, because it's a very, very final decision.
Force
Okay.
multiply.
And it's going to weigh on you the rest of your life. I don't want to do it, but I will. If I'm forced to do it, if I feel there is no other way, I'm going to do it. I've trained for it. I've practiced for it. Not
Yep.
that will ever make it right in the real situation, but trust me, it's not something I ever want to experience. And I don't think most of us do. That ain't why we carry. We're not killers.
Yeah, and they make us. I mean, the leftists make it sound like that, like we're a bunch of trigger happy.
Right. That's what
I mean, I'm not going to have a problem if I got to do it, but I'm not out there looking for it. You know what I mean?
I can't think of
to
one single.
characterize us in a certain way.
Well, go ahead. Sorry.
And there's an incentive for them to characterize us in a certain way.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They want to make us the evil demons, and it's like I said, I don't know one single concealed carry person that holds a permit that truly wants to kill anybody, or nor are they a killer. We're not killers,
Right?
but that's how they portray us.
Yeah.
I'm going to protect myself, and I'm glad that my stepdaughters and my wife, it's a house full of shooters.
So let me break something down for you guys here. So I did my show on Saturday, and I talked about this right after it happened. I had a chance to watch some more video, and here's what. So I got to change a little bit of what I thought happened. Right, and so it looked to me like, right, the guy went over there, engaged with law enforcement. They were trying to find I think this guy was a domestic abuser among illegal alien, among else, and they're all protecting him. Anyways, the shoving match started. They get him to spray him and pepper spray him, get him down. He's still fighting with him, right? It looked to me like he pulled the one agent ICE agent reaches down, pulls the magazine. You can see like he flicked the magazine back right when the guy was down struggling with him. Then he reaches in and grabs the gun. And I don't know when somebody said gun, right? But he gets the gun out of the holster, and then from the other view, because there's like 3 views, the other view, that's when you see him reach back like towards his holster. You must have felt him yank the freaking gun out, right? Which I'm fine with. You got to do that. That's what you got to do. You got to disarm the guy when he's physically fighting you, right? If he was just standing there, they would have did nothing with his gun. But when he did that, he reached for the gun. That's when them guys, as people were hollering gun, that's when they started firing on him and killed him.
You know, and
which I don't have a problem with if I was there. I mean,
while I watching these videos, because the guy took 2 extra magazines and no ID. He was looking for trouble. And you know,
I think he wanted some payback for getting the week before. I mean, that's part of it. I think Kristi Noem wasn't all the way right, but she was partially right.
I think that he was engaging in suicide by cop.
Ask Rick, I'm a big Kristi Noem fan. So
yeah, me too. I worked with her for about 6 months on a piece of legislation when she was in the House. She is, I like her a lot. I also think that I thought initially that she was temporary, but apparently not. I think the world of Tom Homan. He, you know, to me, not only straight out of Central Casting, but he's a man who takes his job very seriously, and he does it to the best of his ability.
And by the way, he got the medal from Obama for border security, right? The big medal around his neck.
Got his ranked service award.
Yeah, and now to the left, he's a Nazi for doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, now he's the devil.
So I mean, to be fair, though, Obama told his border patrol, and the border patrol, he told if you count a contact at the border as a deportation. I mean, he pumped his numbers up somewhat, but either way, I mean, look at what the guy said. You can go back his videos or whatever. What Obama said. I mean, he sounds just like freaking Trump talking about it pretty much, right?
There's a lot of political aspect to that as well. He was trying at the time to differentiate himself once again from President George W. Bush and trying to be as tough as he was. And that was his pathway to doing that, by highlighting the removals from the Bush administration versus the removals from the Obama administration. And 2015 is when that all came to a head.
Right.
Yeah. Well, Obama wasn't tough, you know. I mean, I need to know who's asked to kick. Nobody believed that when he said that.
I mean, I never believed for a minute that Obama's tough. That's the lowest T-man I think I've probably met.
I don't know.
Maybe not the lowest, but it's pretty down there. I don't have any. I have no respect for that man whatsoever.
Yeah, Leon said it too. Clinton sounded like Trump back in Clinton, Hillary. Hell, Chuck Schumer, for God's sake, did.
Yeah,
Clinton. My goodness, Clinton today. You know, from when you compare him when he was president, kind of looks like a moderate compared to today's left. I don't think they really even want him in their party anymore because he doesn't align with them.
Almost all respect for the Democrat Party when he made his affair. He lied about it on national television. He lied about it to his cabinet, and not one member of his cabinet ever resigned.
That was I did not have sex with that woman, Miss Lewinsky.
He's a liar.
And he lied. He lied directly to his cabinet, and not a single one of them resigned. And that is a tragedy of American politics.
Yeah, and I think it's been it kind of set the course, didn't it, from there on out?
Yeah,
it really did.
That's a good point. That's a good observation.
Clay, did you say you found that thing on the New York deal there? I couldn't remember right before we went to break.
There's really not a lot out there. There truly isn't.
I know I get a little schizophrenic and go off in right field now and then.
Hey, can we talk about Senate Bill 16 in South Dakota?
Yeah, that one there. I actually printed it out. There ain't much to print anymore because they withdrew it. Was it today?
Okay. Well, my first question is,
Leon,
in South Dakota feel the need to license fishing and hunting guides? Why do they feel that that's their purview?
Good question. Well,
I mean, hunters and fisher, those are pretty sophisticated people. They don't necessarily need, hands-on training on weapons and fishing poles. And I just wonder why the state feels that they can do this.
Well, they can collect an extra $150 from residents and $300 from
but I think it's more about control.
It's completely about control. It absolutely is. It's a revenue source, and it's not going to be that big. But so you'll love where this comes from. I did do a little digging into this. It comes from over that eastern side of the state, the Watertown area in particular. And they're
Senator Voigt and Representative Goodwin.
Yes, and if you look at now, so they withdrew that one, right? Because it included hunting. Now we have House Bill 1122, which was introduced.
22.
Yeah.
See what you did there.
Yeah, I see, into the House now. And so you'll love who's on that. You've got Representative, DeGroot and Tim Goodwin now are both on that one. So Goodwin just went over there and started his own bill and got another sponsor for it. This one here, though, it has not been withdrawn. It's been introduced. So you'll love this. Fishing guide license. So they removed hunting. That's the difference. So they rewrote that. Then they got a new section here. Except as otherwise provided in the section, beginning July 1st, an individual may not, for consideration, act as a fishing guide or represent to the public that an individual is a fishing guide without first obtaining an annual guide license from the Department of Game and Fish. Requirement does not apply to an individual providing guide services on a body of water located entirely within the boundaries of the property of that individual. All right. At least they had that exemption. Then it goes on, you got to be at least 18 years of age, maintain amount of $1 million per occurrence.
Well,
and then
what
general
problem are they solving?
None. General liability insurance against claims of damage, and then pay the licensee fee established, of course, under Section 5. Then they had some things in here that they added 1 through 7, and I'm not going to go through them all, but here's the one. During the 5-year period that you'll be being able to be licensed, if you knowingly provide guide services to an individual who is not appropriately licensed to engage in activity, you could be denied or have your license revoked. So not only do they have to buy a license, now they have to become game wardens. Let's face it.
I'm a Facebook game warden.
I mean, if you have to actually verify that, you're gonna
Exactly where you're going with that.
yeah. So, and then they have to, if they're engaged in conduct detrimental to the image and integrity of the guide industry. Well, that's pretty vague. Who's going to determine those things?
Well, again, why is the South Dakota state government involved in this? You know, every time a legislature meets, they're goring somebody's ox. Yes. They're taking away somebody's liberty. And I just don't understand. This seems to me like a solution in search of a problem.
It is. And so I called, I still know a few people down there too. From what I understand, there's not a lot of support right now. It's still sitting. It hasn't even left committee yet. So evidently there's an issue with that bill. I don't think you're going to see it. And they're, once again, they're going to sell it because it's for our benefit. It's for your benefit, right? Because they're going to take all that money and put it into fish restocking. Because the non-residents are coming in, and these people who are guiding are they're just devastating these little fisheries.
They're making a living.
They're not devastating them either.
Yeah. Well, and I know you're being facetious, and I appreciate that. But
yeah,
this is the type of thing that drives me insane, and why, you know, if you have a state legislature that meets for 4 days a year, that's more than enough for me.
Yeah, like what we just had a special session, get her done, be done. Yeah,
they got it done, and they did a lot of great. I mean, those five bills in rural health transformation here in North Dakota. That's a difference maker, and that's why government should get together. And 3 days is more than enough.
It's plenty. You know, I have to read one more thing. The department shall forward any fee collected, of course, to the state treasurer.
Yeah,
and then the Game, Fish, and Parks Fund shall use the amount to support fish restocking efforts. That's important. I know that don't seem like, but that one word doesn't say support fish restocking. It says fish restocking efforts. Well, what's the effort? 5, 6?
Well, remember, they sold us the lottery that it was going to take care of the school kids.
Yeah. And then
oh, yeah, man. I remember. I totally forgot about that till you said that. Yeah, that was their big selling point, wasn't it?
It was. It was in South Dakota, too. Just kind of like Deadwood, when they completely legalized gambling, it was going to go for all these things, and it didn't.
No, that's the selling point.
Leon says the annual fee. Annual fee, Leon, and if it passed, would be $150 for a resident, $300 for a non-resident. Again, I think you're exactly right, Michael. It is a solution looking for a problem. There's no problem.
Right. They just want to get a hold of those licenses so they can have more information on those people.
Right. And you know what's going to happen.
They're gonna make them mask up next time there's a pandemic.
Yeah. Well, I look at it like this. Can you imagine if you license every single fishing guide? So they're going to have those names. They're going to probably know them. Let's just face it. In a local area, say Mobridge, which has a ton of fishing going on over there on Lake Oahe, those local guys, and they have a game and fish, department building station there. They're going to know these guys. They're going to be out there. They're going to see these boat numbers. And the first thing they're going to do is hop in their little boat or radio someone who's in the water and say, hey, go check this place out. I don't know if they're doing things right. It's going to be a problem. It's going to be a huge problem. Like you said, they're creating a problem that doesn't exist right now.
Well, and that's why one of the reasons why, legislatures exist is that where they come up short is they don't look at the long-term ramifications. One of the things I was talking about the other day was, if somebody tells you that an issue is complicated, they're gaslighting you. It's not complicated. They just haven't wrapped their arms around the ramifications yet. Fortunately, the three of us are able to see the ramifications of this type of legislation in a particular state, and we're able to wrap our heads around really quickly the ramifications over the course of the long term. So it's not complicated, and
right.
ACA subsidies, for example, it's not complicated.
No.
It's just that they don't want to put forth the ramifications and the long term ramifications.
So here, Leon said. One constituent letter pointed out that it's higher than what doctors, nurses, electricians, plumbers, or architects pay for their full-time professional licenses in South Dakota. That would not surprise me, Leon. I can tell you right now from talking to who I did, this is a beef that primarily, Watertown's full of these little potholes, okay? And there's a lot of guiding going on, especially ice fishing guiding. That's probably
big time.
And they're pissed off because all these Minnesotans are coming over and ice fishing, hiring these guides, and these guys are cruising around on their snowcats and their four-wheeler, taking these people out, and they know where all the fish are. Well, duh, that's what they do.
Right. That's called capitalism.
I mean, buddy of mine's a guide on Hawaii. The guy's freaking made a killing off it. And he's good at it.
I can tell you right now, if you want to go ice fishing or fishing, and you want to catch fish, and you want to have a good chance, hire a guide. They know where they're at because that's their business.
And the good guides will survive and the bad guides will fall by the wayside. That's capitalism.
That's capitalism.
Absolutely.
So I'm not for this.
If you want to go ice fishing and your guide takes you to an area and you fall through the ice, he's probably not going to be in business for very long.
No, he's going to be gone, isn't he? Yeah. So
you get the snow bear just floats in and drives right out of there.
I like what David said here. He says, correct me if I'm wrong, when it comes to fur traders, they have to take down the names and the people they get their critters from. Yeah, and I'll add to that, David, even a taxidermist. So if you're a taxidermist and Eric's listening, he has to take your name down. He has to have your license number tag on his paperwork, and they can call him and ask to see that book anytime. Anytime. Again, why? I mean, it's completely another thing where you have
Leon makes a good point. Leon makes a good point. Or maybe it was David. I can't remember who, but talking about why do we have a licensure for architects?
Yeah.
If the building falls down, they go out of business.
And if it's bad enough, you're going to have a civil case, which will happen anyway. So why not just let that take place and play out? Right. There's no reason for licensing. It's no different than this program. We have to file our $15 or whatever dollars it is every year with the Secretary of State. Why? To be a legal entity. They do nothing for me. I don't see them helping out.
Well, imagine how much you get. Imagine how many $15 people they get.
That's just it. Any organization has to do it. I got to file the paperwork for our county farm bureau. I mean, it's insane. Just because that's all they do is paperwork, don't make me do a bunch of it.
Yeah. You love that shit, Clay.
Not my strong suit.
What's that, Michael?
Paperwork is not my strong suit.
I hate
paperwork. Not my superpower.
I love paperwork and I'm out the burn pit at the farm. It's here.
Well, the only paper I like to take place because it does serve a purpose. That's in the morning. It's the only stuff I care about doing. Get it done and get out.
He's got that toilet paper with Obama's face on it.
We sold a bunch of them at those banquets.
That's what I was thinking of.
We had Hillary and then we had Obama.
I remember that.
Between $100, $200 rolls of toilet paper we were live auctioning. So, especially up there in the Bakken. We were, they might have been drilling oil, but we were tapping the Bakken in the wall up there at those banquets. So let's see. Here's a few of the comments here. Brian says, this all started when
Walmart made us check out our own shit.
Yeah. Your validation is contingent upon the state. Yeah, there you go. You're saying. Kelly Groves. Good evening. Hey, Kelly.
What's up, Kelly? He's down in the Caribbean, man. A guy at work. Hey, Kelly, thanks for jumping on. Hey, brother, you get better enjoy that. You got like one night left there, and that's it. And then he's coming back to Nodak.
Does that make us worldwide now?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Kelly's Mr. Worldwide.
Global. 701 global.
That sounds like some shit from RoboCop or something.
Great show, the original.
Yeah, it was.
I have this somebody who listens to Dakota Mornings in England, so and has for like a year now. Not every day, like once or twice a week kind of thing. With the time difference, and I often tell people that Dakota Mornings is a global show.
Yeah, well, absolutely. Yeah. Well, I mean, everybody's global now with an app, right? You get the right app.
Yeah,
you got iHeart. Well, you can access us from anywhere. We've got
Guns and 701 is the #1 podcast on iHeart. I don't know if you guys win an award, Clay, this year. I don't know if the awards are coming up next week.
I can't say that anyone called.
You and Todd going down, walking a red carpet there.
There we go.
You do not want me intervening in this. I'm going through negotiations with iHeart for my renewal. So. We've already signed one. Extension, and we're looking down the barrel of a second one.
You're just like the government, Michael, when we got these continuing resolutions going now, right?
Down the road. Well, I mean, with the revenue I bring in, of course they want to book it.
Yeah, absolutely.
As often as they can.
Get it signed, sealed, and delivered.
So Todd Mitchell just sent me a Facebook message. Thanks for listening, Todd. It wasn't to our gun.
Todd, are you supposed to be sleeping?
Yeah,
what
right.
are you doing?
He's got to get up at like 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah, not for the only time I do that stuff is if I got to go somewhere early. Really,
calving,
or I'm calving. That's about it. Which is not far out. It seems like April's a long ways off. It is not.
That's not, man. I mean, they're 100%. What my grandparents and aunts and uncles ever told me, when you get older, man, it is like the end of the toilet paper. That seems like it goes faster. Like with this winter, I know even that cold snap to me, I'm like, I don't know, that was cold, but no, it's over now. And
I got to put this one up. Dave says, hey, you're talking about them rolls of paper. I got to roll that toilet paper. It didn't work just like him, but now I don't like his lips on my about his wife is a dude.
So this is like a townie bar here. I love it.
Oh, absolutely.
I feel right at home.
Oh,
I figured this was just kind of going to be it'll go wherever it goes night. And yeah, we've covered
it's like Mixed Tavern and Zap. Clay's patronized it a time or two.
Yeah, that was a little fun down there. And I missed that this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, we go down a few things once in a while. So, I don't know. What do we want to hit next? I mean, we can do anything.
You want to talk about the
See, it's your world. I'm just living in it now.
You want to talk about the appropriations bill?
We can do that. Go for it.
Government funding expires on January 30th.
Yep.
The Democrats.
Probes, I said continuing resolution. My bad.
Yeah, the Democrats have made a point that, starting with Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, have made a point that they are not going to fund $1 for the Department of Homeland Security appropriations.
Yeah.
The House did their work. The Senate is, and I have a lot of faith and a lot of respect for the Majority Leader John Thune. I believe that they will get this done. But it sounds to me like one of the things they're going to look at doing is kicking out taking the
Filibuster,
they got
right?
defense, HHS, labor, education, transportation, state, and financial services. They're going to kick out Homeland Security, pass those, and we'll see some sort of shutdown for Homeland Security. Now, the problem is that all the ICE agents and the CBP agents and most of their headquarters folks are all essential employees, and so they are unaffected by it.
Aren't they funded for the next 4 years anyways from the last one?
They are. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, I'm like, they got like 10 billion or something. So
You got to remember, we know this, but the general populace don't, and they're going to weaponize this bill, the Democrats, to essentially piss off everybody about Trump. I mean, let's face it, that's what it's about.
Is this a 60 vote, Michael, or the 50 vote? Because
this is a 60.
It's a 60,
and it was passed overwhelmingly in the House in a bipartisan fashion. But you just have too many people that are really, really mad at President Trump because he woke up today.
Exactly.
That's a great way of putting it right there. Yeah.
Sometimes they wear big, wide brimmed hats, don't they, Jamie?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Big, and they got a weird looking mustache that I'm not a fan of. Anyway,
we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, we burn that 30 seconds. Okay.
Doug says, shut it down, and they can beg the king for food again. And that's just it. This shutdown, if it happens again, which I have a feeling we're going to see it. I don't know whether it'll be a partial one or what it'll be, but I know people are saying, are they going to get rid of the 60 vote threshold? I don't know. I don't think anybody really wants to get rid of that.
I do.
As far as I'm talking the Republicans and the Democrats in the Senate, because
they're going to give it back to us, guaranteed.
If they get rid of it, well, then the next time the other party's in.
That's exactly right.
They're so freaking triggered by what Trump's doing now that they're not going to be able to take it. If they're going to get power sooner or later, when they do, they're going to trip it and go to 50.
Well, I'm going to give you a hot take right now. I think that we pick up 3 seats in the Senate and we pick up another 10 to 12 in the House.
I just felt the tingle go down my leg.
I was looking at that too. I think you're right,
This is
Michael.
not based on any feeling. This is based on numbers.
Based on the numbers.
Mike Rogers in Michigan. I know, Mike. He won his first election to the House of Representatives in 2000, I believe, by 8 votes. Yeah. This is a man who knows how to count votes.
I'm telling you, I agree with you. I do believe we're going to pick. I figured 3 as well in the Senate. That's huge, really.
That is huge.
Yeah,
that is, and then. We gotta, I say we, I mean the whole country we got to get people off their asses. Clay, you said it on Saturday there when I was doing my stream. You can't just go out when Trump's on the ballot. And Trump's doing his part, man. He's going to go out and start doing these rallies, getting people going. We got to show up and do this. It's just now Daddy's in there. We're good to go. No, we're not, because Daddy loses the House and Senate. There's nothing that happens.
This midterm is more important than the last one, as far as I'm concerned, because, like you said, if we don't keep control and even gain, things are dead in the water. It's done.
Well, if you lose the Senate, even if you get this,
the RNC waived their rules last Friday, and it looks like there's going to be a midterm convention, probably in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've been hearing. Yeah,
and I think that the timing of that is spectacular because the timing matches up with the contract with America. It matches up with the Tea Party platform. It enthuses the base. It gets folks motivated and out.
Yes.
And it'd be the first time the Republicans have done it, but I think it's just a great idea. And it's an opportunity to spend 2 days highlighting, all the accomplishments. And what the going forward, what it means going forward, and what it looks like going forward. And that's what people vote for. That's why people vote. That's why they go out to vote, is they want to know what's for.
Did you see the big book Trump held up of his accomplishments? I thought that was great. Aesthetics are always good. Props are good.
I like the pictures he held up of all the scofflaws they've gotten off the street.
Oh, that was a great.
Love it.
I mean, isn't it fun to watch a man who can put a complete sentence together and do a press conference for an hour?
Yeah.
I mean, we don't want to go back to what we came out of.
So, just to get more judges appointed, like, hey, Bruin decision, Clay, you and I talked about, and if people's big thing is abortion, you wouldn't have passed Roe versus Wade without Trump having the Senate and appointing his judges who passed constitutional law, not feel good and what I think law. Right. That's like when people say, "Oh, we got a conservative judges." I like to say constitutional judges because. And not that Republican appointees constantly go by the Constitution, but your chances of them being constitutional are way better than any freaking Ketanji Brown Jackson. I mean, she's just in there's a feel good. I mean, I'm not just taking a shot at her because she's a Democrat, but she's not. She just doesn't seem like a very smart person, and it seems like doesn't know diddly all shit about the Constitution, really, or she doesn't give a shit. One of the two.
Yeah, she either hasn't read it or
combination.
Both. Yeah, you listen to her talk. I mean. Really? And you know, did she go to Harvard or one of the Ivy League schools?
Supposedly? So did Barack.
What I'm getting at is what did they learn there?
Bush.
Yeah, it doesn't say much, does it?
Well, Bush went to Yale and Harvard, and he flew jets, and the left still said he was an idiot. And I'm like, oh, really? A dumb guy graduated from those two colleges and flies fighter jets, and he's an idiot? Gotcha.
Yeah, Leon said she's not a smart person either. Dan says Trump is miles ahead of everyone. And Leon said, talking about Biden, not in bed by 3.
I mean, I think right now there's more people that support Trump than just like before when they don't want to say nothing. But now the left is getting more violent and radical. There's even more people who don't want to say nothing and they're going to vote.
This is, it's a sort of a long play on the 60s, on the 1960 Democrat convention where they had, riots outside the convention hall
in Chicago.
And this is very similar to that, and I think it has a long-term effect. It has a reverberating effect on people who vote, and that matters. And I think that also you're going to see a lot come late spring, early summer. You're going to see a lot of the tide turn economically.
Agreed, 100%.
Great direction. I was reading this article today about this guy was predicting that there's going to be this economic collapse, and my first thought was, well, who's going to lose money? That's the fundamental to any economic collapse is a group of people lose a lot of money. And if that doesn't exist, then you don't have an economic collapse.
Well, remember the tariffs are going to run a cocklebur up your urethras too. Remember that? The tariffs?
Yeah.
Not so much. I don't ever hear him bitching about it anymore.
I'm sure Michael remembers this, but remember when Reagan came in, we come off the Carter years. I mean, I was in kindergarten. Yes, I realize that, everybody, but I can read. And it took a while, didn't it? The things went through, things started. I mean, it took a while for that economic boost to come back, didn't it?
The guy won 49 states in 1984. 49 states.
49 states.
So he was clearly doing something right.
Yes.
Brian, I see what you did there. I was laughing. I wasn't laughing. If you hear me laughing in this background occasionally, I'm laughing at the comments, not at Clay and Michael. He says, JD, are you saying they misunderestimated Bush? Because, it was one thing, George Bush, he wasn't a great orator for sure, but what?
He was a good leader of human beings.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like how he's against, but at the time, hey, man, we could have had Al Gore. I mean, come on.
Well, and that's that's the point that I've been trying to make, where I think that the success of the Trump administration getting that message out, and that's why this midterm convention, I think, becomes really important.
Yeah.
I love this idea. The midterm convention is going to re-energize that base. It just is.
Yep.
In fact, I'm kind of, I know I'll probably be hanging, but dang, I wouldn't mind going because I think it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, I don't know. They waived the rules to have it. There has to be a 60-day notice on it to have it. I think the only place that makes sense with this timeline is Vegas. And I don't know how they're going to do the delegates. I don't think that they'll do delegates. I think it will just be RNC members and then, folks who participate at that level. I mean, I worked for the RNC for a couple of years. I really enjoyed it, but that's a really insular organization, and they can kind of do whatever they want.
I can tell you this. I would love to see it. I mean, you got to do some business, I guess, if you're going to have it, but it's got to have it's got to have the Trump rally essence to it. It's got to have that atmosphere.
Well,
and people want that.
it becomes, who's going to cover it. And quite frankly, if Newsmax covers it alone, then hey, good for them.
Not only that, you can stream that shit everywhere too.
Yeah.
So
Real America's Voice will be all.
yeah, Clay does that, man. That's awesome, man. They were a big part of Trump's victory, I think.
And we'll be doing it because I get on there and I just grab their feed and I just
that snags a lot of viewers.
It does. A lot of people. I was shocked how many people were watching those.
Well,
things.
I've been invited to be part of the media. So
there you go.
Awesome, man. So Eric Glossery says, I love Bush beer. And so Eric, I'm a Bush Light guy. It has to be a pounder. Don't come at me with this 12 ounce or shit. I know you're.
So he likes that tranny fluid, light.
Yeah. A lot of people say Coors Light tastes like water. Man, I don't know. I will drink Bush Light over Bud Light though. It definitely tastes.
I don't drink anymore, but in my day,
I got your back, Michael.
Of course, yeah, I appreciate that. You're drinking for me now. Thank you. In my day, I was not shy or bashful about a dozen to 2 dozen Coors Lights.
There you go. 12 ounces or pounders?
12 ounces.
All right. Well, that's
2 dozen pounders now. That's some dedication.
Dedication. I like that.
Or stupidity.
Yeah, that's the level of commitment I've never been willing to make.
I didn't mean to cut your. Who are you reading the comment there, Clay? I apologize.
No, I said I like what Leon says. DEI word salad Katanji.
I had to think about it before
before you went there.
Yeah, I was like Katanji Brown Jackson, not KGB. Right?
Yeah, well, actually, at least she could speak when she was.
So Clay,
and Natural Light, Kelly,
Natty Light, man. Natty Light's actually really good with Clamato. I do like it with that.
I haven't had it. Man.
So Clay, the governor of Sodak, they're 36-0. Or was it? That's their Senate, right? It passed the Senate 36-0 down there. The deregulating, taking suppressors off the federal. I kind of read something about it. Break that down a little bit for me. How are they deregulating shit?
Well, basically what they're going to do with this is they're going to say that you no longer need, it's not going to be a restricted item in the state of South Dakota if it's basically produced there. I mean, that's kind of
because if they don't take it off, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. If they don't take it off and they take it off federally, then in South Dakota, if you have one, then you're breaking the law because it's still.
It is, but I think. What was that, Michael?
South Dakota then becomes a sanctuary state with regard to cans.
Yeah, basically that's exactly what it'll become. And I don't think that Roden's going to, I think he's actually, I haven't heard this personally from him, but the talk is if this passes, he'll sign it. And then he's going to basically instruct law enforcement not to enforce it. Not to enforce the idea that it's a regulated item. It'll be interesting because, so how sovereign is a state?
And there is a couple cases in the court system, and guess what? Trump doesn't get to appoint more judges.
Yep. I can tell you what's going to happen in South Dakota. I think this will pass. I don't think it's going to be a problem. I think it'll make it all the way over the finish line.
He'll should do that.
And eventually there's going to be a court case. Yep. Now that will give you standing in court, and that will be a case that would probably make it all the way to the Supreme Court eventually. Might even get fast-tracked. And I think that's the whole purpose of things like this. And why do it? Because of what I just said. If you need to get it reversed, we can't do it in Congress. Obviously, we can't get them to do it, right? Then you're going to have to take the judicial way.
You ain't getting 60. The Dems ain't supporting
right.
it.
That's what I mean. So you need cases you have standing. It's very important you have standing in a legal battle. It just is.
Virginia wants to put the suppressor tax back up to 4,000. We did the math and going over inflation over the years. You guys can do math, okay?
Oh, you can do math now.
There are a lot of folks that live in hollers in Virginia and West Virginia that don't really care what the state says.
Well, think about Virginia.
I've hung out with a lot of those folks, and they do not care.
Yeah, people think I'm a redneck. I look like a complete city slicker.
Virginia is where headquarters is located for National Rifle Association.
Fairfax, yeah. It's a big, beautiful building.
Oh, that building's awesome, isn't it? And they bought that literally for pennies on the dollar, Michael. It was in a bank.
I know.
That was great.
Like I said before, JD, before you joined, I had a couple of dates at the shooting range there.
Nice.
They have a cafeteria. They got everything.
We got everything. Yeah, that firing range.
Who are your date? You want to out them?
Oh, that's awesome. What's that?
For sure, you want to out?
Couple of different girls. They both found out about it. The other one there, so it didn't work out.
So how did it go with the dates? So I mean, did they enjoy shooting at the NRA, or were they just like going there because I'm on a date and I'm gonna do what this dude wants? And
well, one girl was, she was Annie Oakley out there. It was truly impressive. She grew up in a rural area. She grew up shooting. I sort of had an inkling in that regard, and she was really impressive.
Awesome, man. You know. That's not even suppressors, man. You're just shooting.
Yeah, that's right.
Hand cannons there, right? Because you're shooting handguns, probably.
Is that you bring your own, but they also have you can rent them. You rent them by signing your name. And that is, I think, one of the nicest arsenals I have ever encountered.
And hey, Michael, you didn't even see them all. You got to see the room they got down there.
And the people there, they're I mean, from the receptionist to Wayne LaPierre, they all know, they're like as up on of every firearm as you two are. It's impressive. And you want to talk about open carry, you're talking about an entire building of open carry.
Oh,
it is beautiful. It is a thing to behold.
It always torqued me off because I didn't want to go through the hassle to fly with my gun because I could have carried everywhere in that building. So
what about that shooting that happened there that time?
Well, they actually.
Hey, what about that mass shooting that happened there that time?
Yeah, that was.
That's right. Didn't happen.
Yeah. That didn't work out too well for the shooter.
I mean, you're right, and especially the guys that are involved in the museum, they have forgotten more about guns than I ever knew. And we lost one of them, Phil Schreier. He passed away.
Yeah, that guy was unreal.
That guy's knowledge.
He's a good man. He's a good dude.
He was. I got to meet him.
Got a walking encyclopedia.
Yes.
Of handguns in America, of rifles in America.
He knew it.
Was one, how the West was tamed. It was
2 years ago. I've been retired over 10, just going on 10 years. And I still 2 years ago called him up and he's, hey, I haven't talked to you in a while because I needed some info on a gun. And he's like, just a second. He come back and rattled it off and he goes, I can email that information to you. That's the kind of guy he
Damn, was. That's awesome.
So, yeah.
Clay, you ever been to that the gun museum there in Wyoming? It's in Cody, right?
Yep. Been to the Cody one.
How's that? So I'll compare that. What's that like compared to the NRA? Because it looks pretty awesome to me when I see it on TV.
Well, of course, the last time I was out there was when they just moved everything out of the basement and put it in the new edition. I was not impressed with the new edition. Felt like I went to Demolition Man at their Museum of Guns. Everything under glass. It looked modern. It looked like, I didn't like it, honestly.
Okay.
Myself, because
you just like you couldn't reach in and grab whatever you wanted.
Well, yeah, that may be that too. It didn't look. You got all these awesome Winchesters, and they didn't have the full Winchester collection anymore because that Winchester took that back and put it. I forget they moved it, I think, to their own museum, but they still had a lot of them. But they had it kind of in an Old West setting before because that's the whole Wild Bill Museum, right? Mm-hmm. Well, they didn't do that with the gun exhibit. Now I don't know. Maybe they've changed it since.
So I can tell you what I saw in
I like NRA's museum. It's outstanding.
It was like NRA TV or something.
Mm-hmm.
They say they do that because they don't want people touching it with the person, because when they take them out, even the NRA people, when they do it, they'd make them wear like them white gloves to touch the guns.
Yeah.
When we were handling some of Teddy Roosevelt's guns at NRA museum, we were wearing the white gloves. And in fact, when I had the Monty Walsh, I got a picture. I'm holding the Monty Walsh guns that were used in the
full
film.
Monty.
And I had to put the white gloves on, but that was pretty cool because they were the actual guns that Tom Selleck used, and NRA had them, so that was kind of cool. But
okay, so I got a question for you guys since you're political handicappers. I know it's early, but who are you guys looking at presidency running for the White House in 2028? Who are your top candidates? Who are your top 2 or 3?
So you like just straight up president?
Yeah, I mean, who's going to be the Republican candidate? Who are your
Man, I mean, I kind of did a 180 on the dude. You know I'm a big Ronnie D guy, man.
Yeah, I know you are.
Ronnie D's coming in number 2 for me. Number 1, it ain't Van. I'm all on board with Marco Rubio. Marco took like this super duper testosterone booster shot, and every time he talks, I got a man crush on that guy. I'm like, where was this character when you're running for president, dude? Ron DeSantis is the same thing. Once he dropped out of the, now I'm like, Ron, where the hell was this dude at?
Yeah.
Right? Number 3, yeah, I'm gonna go with JD Vance. I don't know, something about the guy. I like him more and more now and then, but I don't think he's that appealing. He's kind of got a little. He's not, but he's got like this beta male freaking glow around him that I don't. To me,
I was just having this conversation with somebody the other day, and that's how I characterize Marco Rubio.
Like he's got a beta dude on him.
Yeah, he's just got a little bit to me anyway. Now
all right, I can get on with that.
Yeah, it's it's unfortunate, but perception is reality. What about you, Clay?
So I think JD Vance is going to run. I have no doubt, and that would make sense. I think he's got the capability. He definitely can debate, and he can definitely take the heat. I think Marco Rubio or Ron DeSantis, either one of them, could be a running mate, or they're going to be in the primary. That's the 3. I think we all have the same 3, maybe not in the same order.
Yeah, I think we do. Although I do want to throw somebody in for you, Kim Reynolds. She has impressed.
Governor of where? I'm having a blank.
Iowa.
Okay.
She has done just incredible things in the state. I think her national presence, is lacking. I see, JD Vance having the first pass. I would not put outside the realm of possibility of a Vance Rubio or a Vance Reynolds ticket going into the convention.
I think it's going to be Vance and Rubio.
I think Vance is going to be the guy that comes out on top to be the nominee. And here's another thing too. After the midterms, we'll see where that come out, and then we start looking at how the economy shapes up. It's always in the pocketbook, right? And we saw this with Reagan, and he had a landslide in '84. Yep. Because if people are doing good, they're feeling good, and all the doom and gloom doesn't happen, people like to continue what they have. And JD Vance is going to he's going to be that continuation.
I also think that there is, having worked on 2 national campaigns, there is a loyalty that is generated very, very quickly, and I think that that loyalty goes from President Trump to Vice President Vance in a hurry,
in a big hurry. Because let's face it, that he picked him for that reason. Honestly, I mean, Donnie Jr. really pushed that. So did Charlie Kirk. But Vance was a nobody. I mean, really. And then boom, he's put in the limelight, and he's proven himself. He can handle it.
Justin, you made me hit the mute on my mic a couple times already.
Yeah, can I read that comment?
Yes, do it.
One dude I don't trust is Vivek Ramsalami.
Ramsalami.
I actually, I think he's going to be just fine.
I think he's all right.
I think that he's running for the Senate in Ohio, right?
Is it the Senate?
He's running.
Okay.
Yeah. No, governor.
I thought it was governor. Yeah.
Who's the governor? Ramsalami.
Ramsalami.
I thought
Leon Blackbeard's got Vance 1 and Ronnie D 2. Okay, let's do that, man. I'm down with that, Vice President and Vice.
I can tell you this, Rubio.
And hey, Leon, the only thing I would throw in that mix is that Kim Reynolds, I think, is going to burst on the national stage, and she's going to blow people away. If the first Republican, or if the first woman president or serious candidate, it's going to be a Republican, and it's going to be someone like Kim Reynolds.
I'm not going to doubt you, Michael. You know your politics freaking good, dude. There's no doubt about it.
We'll throw a wrench in there though, and it might piss off some people though. I don't think the country is at this point they will not vote. They will not vote for even a Republican woman president. Yeah, I just don't think they will do it.
They're
not there yet.
There is merit to that. I don't.
I will.
Yeah, but and now I could see it happen as a vice president. Honestly,
I could also, the thing that I like a lot about Kim Reynolds is that she has a lot of Margaret Thatcher in her, like her give a damn broken.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying she's not a good candidate. I guess I think the people are right now, and maybe I'm wrong on this, but right now we like what we got, right? Things are going well. And I don't care what the national media, the drive-bys say. Things are good right now.
Yeah, there's a great Rush Limbaugh reference, the drive-by media.
Yep, I've listened to Rush for years. Yeah, it still comes out, and that's what they are.
Well, they're using guns because they're big Second Amendment people now.
Right. The thing is that sector of the media, their audience hasn't grown. They can spew all their hate, they can spew all their crazy ideologies, but their audience has actually dropped. All that network news, nobody's watching it, but probably the generation of my dad, 70s and 80 years old.
I mean, when you're talking about someone like Fox News, for example, or Clay and Buck, for example, they're drawing monster ratings, and those people are listening to them. And I would suggest that the people who listen to, for example, Dakota Mornings in North Dakota vote at about a 90% clip. I would suggest that people who listen to Clay and Buck probably voted a 70% clip throughout the country. And that's an impressive number, and turnout matters. And I think that that is the type of thing that's going to drive the midterm elections.
Absolutely. And that's the big thing about this mid-year convention. This is to get out the vote. I do believe that is a big part of that. I can't imagine why it wouldn't be. That's going to be a big focal point.
Yeah, and I love the timing. The timing is similar to the Contract with America, the Tea Party platform. It's that early summer release that really galvanizes the campaign trail.
And I really do think, and I know that it's not going to happen on the birthday. There's been rumors down here in South Dakota, things that have happened in Mount Rushmore, that at some point during the 250th, sounds like there may be a visitor from the White House out there, and that's going to be huge for these.
We got a new library up here. You can chop her into there too.
Go for it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
I'm hearing the same thing.
I think Trump's going to be on the road a lot.
Came out last year.
What's that?
There's a reason why J.D. Vance came out last summer.
Want to check it out?
Yeah, so we were on the river, man. Remember, I talked to you and Todd, right, Michael? Right after, we went out that day, and J.D. Vance flew over, man, and we were down in Lakewood, and the freaking boat horn started beeping. There's a couple boats there you could tell the purple hairs, they didn't like it, but 90% plus of the pontoons and boats, and there were freaking arms in the air. Yeah, beep, 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 beep.
I'll give you a little insight, and this is why I think J.D. Vance has the inside straight to the nomination. He met with all the top money guys in Western North Dakota.
Well, you got to do that, man. I don't care who you are.
Yep.
Democrats don't do that. They get dollar donations from all the little people.
I do believe that. Yeah, I do believe Vance is going to be our nominee. I do
too. Like I said, Vance and Ron DeSantis, I think so, because Ron DeSantis is. I got plenty of friends who live in Florida, and they freaking love the guy.
But can he appeal to the nation?
Yeah, I mean, if he comes out like he did when he tried to run for president and acts all quiet and shit, he's not gonna. He's got to come out and talk like he does down in Florida.
I think his presidential run actually hurt his credibility nationwide. Not that he isn't
right. No, I agree with you. I think
it hurt it.
That's what I mean. Rubio is going way the frick up.
I do believe this.
Well, he's in charge of everything.
Yes.
Yeah, the guy just doesn't take any shit, and he answers everything right away.
He's exactly right. He's an intellectual powerhouse.
Right.
I mean, Rubio was like,
give a damn's broken, so he doesn't care what people think of him.
Look at his hands.
And number 3, right, he wears small cowboy boots.
Is it the Cuban coming out of him?
But I mean, hey, he was a free safety in college, so the guy can bring the hammer when he has to.
The guy has really, like you said.
Was he at Florida State?
I want to say Central Florida, but I could be wrong.
Or Central Florida or USF, one of those two. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, UCF, right? University Central Florida.
That's Central Florida. That's Orlando.
Yeah, I was like, didn't even think the guy was an athlete, and I was going, damn, he's playing college ball. Okay.
Yeah, Division D1 college ball.
Yeah.
He's way outside.
I mean, it's because his teammates said he dropped the freaking hammer on boys too. So hey.
But Rubio, he has manned up. There's no doubt about that.
Big time.
And he's
big time.
And I think that we'll see how it comes out. We're definitely going to have a presence in Greenland. I had to throw that one out there.
Yeah, that's already locked in now, ain't it?
This isn't going to be like 2016 where it was a knife fight in a phone booth. I don't see that happening.
No.
See that a lot of people have been tamed by President Trump's outward personality. Maybe we'll characterize it that way. I think we're also seeing a different dynamic.
We're seeing a different president, period.
What's that? We're
seeing a different Trump, and it's a better one. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, and I give a lot of credit to Susie Wiles for that. Susie Wiles is, I would never tangle with that woman.
So Pat Summerall is her dad?
It's her dad. Yeah, I heard that today.
Clay and Buck today. I was like, what?
Yeah, I said the same thing. I was listening to Clay and Buck in the car, and I was like, wait, what? She is. That is a woman. If you are in an alley, in a political alley, you want her on your side.
Awesome, man.
And the thing that she's done is that it's not like she's tamed Trump. She just can very, very quickly say, if you say X or do X, this is what's going to happen, and follow up from that. She can do that very quickly. She's an incredible political mind, and boy, she's just tough as nails.
The whole administration this time around. I mean, think about this. It almost seems like he's been there 4 years, right? But it's just been a year, and look what he's done. Anyone have a rice and bananas for dinner?
Mistakes in the first one.
Hey, she just freaking like attacked ICE too and got freaking arrested today. The rice and bananas girl.
Really?
Yeah. The Somalian gal. Everybody thinks it's just rice and bananas here because that's what we eat. Just like this 22-year-old dingbat leftist Somalian gal talking about. That's her words. He's using her words. She said that's how we eat is rice and bananas. And then I think she got arrested today, freaking going after ICE, rice and bananas girl.
If you want to take a deep look into Somalia, we're gonna find a definite trail between the fraud in Minneapolis and Al-Shabaab in Somalia, and that's why I think from a geopolitical perspective, what Israel has done by recognizing Somaliland. That's like game, set, match. Israel is now, and rightly so.
So,
So Clay. One more thing, I'll get.
Yeah.
A lot of this, what they're doing. Don't forget. Hey, how many billion did Walls and the Somalians freaking fleece the state of Minnesota for? Watch that moving target.
Yeah. I think the floor is $9 billion. We're talking. I think we're talking.
Yeah.
And if you look at California, for example, the federal funding for cell phones and computer access and things like that, they found 1,000 dead people that had been fleecing that for years. I mean, this money has to go somewhere.
Not like the Clinton suicides; they kill themselves with 2 shots to the back of their head.
Well, the Dakota Resources Council can't take it all.
All right.
All right, Clayton.
Yeah. No. So. We probably better wrap her up. I do like to keep her at 2 hours for a lot of reasons, especially on the iHeart stuff we upload. But anything you want to say, Michael, before we head out tonight?
No, I'm good. Thank you. I really want to thank you both. Clay, I want to thank you for inviting me. I always appreciate our conversations. I look forward to our conversation on Monday. JD, it's just a genuine pleasure to see your face. And,
you too, buddy. Clay, thanks for inviting me on, man. I had a great time with you too.
Yeah.
I figured, why not? I mean, we're kind of the team, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Hey, everybody. Again, I'm going to play something as we go out here, but I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Don't forget, Friday morning, 7:15 a.m., 8:15 Central in the morning. Mitchell in the morning. I'll be joining him there for our segment. And then Leon Francis will be joining us Friday night. He'll be on at 5:00 p.m. Mountain, 6:00 Central, and Sunday Sportsman's Devotion with Vance Bishop every Sunday morning at 7:00 in the morning in Mountain Time and 8 at Central. So join us then. And of course, Michael Bell, Dakota Mornings, Monday morning. I'll be joining him, and he's there every single day, Monday through Friday. Thanks again, everybody. God's blessings, and we will see everybody very soon. Thank you. See if this will work, huh?
I've heard there's quite a load of money missing, new millionaires, all the kids are leering.
Oh, and then I messed it up. Okay.